Hello, hello. This is Rod, Live Within Your Means. Today is February 20th, the year 2022. And as you look at this picture, you may recognize that this guy on the left is a chubby version of me. And I was like that about, 2 months and, on December 12th, about 70 days ago. Today is the 20th of February, and this is what I look like today. And there's quite a difference there. It's probably around 30 pounds. And what's neat about this is I've been looking for a way to lose weight for a lot of years. In fact, I've tried to lose weight a number of times on my own. And sometimes I've lost weight and I've gained it back. But I found something amazing back the day before I went to a meeting on December 11th. I actually ran into a guy. I was telling him how I bought these cookies for other people, some cookies, and that I wasn't going to eat any because I was trying to lose weight, that I'd been trying to lose, or at least I tried to lose it back before Thanksgiving, and I did lose some. And then I kind of gave up. And he said, yeah, I used to weigh over 300 pounds. And I was quite amazed, because this guy didn't even weigh 190 pounds. I said, what do you weigh? He said, oh, between 185, 190, around 190 pounds. And I weighed at that time like 223. And I said, you weighed 300 pounds, and oh, you had one of those operations. And he said, I did have an operation, but I actually had it undone. That's not how I lost the weight. He said with the operation I got down to about 270 pounds, but I lost the other 80 pounds in a program called Food Addicts in Recovery Anonymous. And he told me how he went to this program, and I said, how much does that cost? He said, it doesn't cost anything. I said, it doesn't cost anything? I said, do they make you buy a bunch of food? He said, no. I said, you don't have to give them your credit card? He said, no. And he's been in this program for a number of years. And this wonderful program is called Food Addicts, as you can see here. Let me just make it nice and big here. Food Addicts in Recovery Anonymous. What a wonderful program. And he told me, I said, where is this? And he said, well, they've got a meeting down in Lehi, which was a city about 10 minutes away from me. And he said, we've got a meeting tomorrow night. It's an hour and a half meeting. He said, you can come if you'd like. And I said, yeah, it doesn't cost anything. And he told me he'd kept that weight off for years. And it's like, wow. And didn't pay anything, didn't have to have any surgery, didn't have to use any drugs, didn't have to buy anyone's food. I'm like, wow, this is really neat. So they do have a website. I went to a live meeting, and I'm going to show you a little bit more on this. I will tell you this. With this program, and I'm going to put these photos back up here because I want you to be able to see the difference here. In this program, the big thing that we do is we weigh and measure our meals, and it's pretty simple because my meals right now, they consist of 6 ounces, like my dinner, 6 ounces of protein. Lunch is very similar. I have either a salad or fruit. My sponsor's good about letting me divide these up, and I have half my salad at lunchtime, half of it at dinner, and I have half my fruit at dinner time and supper time. So I'm actually having 3 ounces of fruit for dinner and supper, and I have 6 ounces of fruit for breakfast. I have 6 ounces of protein. Like my lunch, I'll commonly have maybe 3 eggs for lunch, or I can have 3 ounces of cheese. The eggs are like 2 ounces apiece, or I can have, some meat, 6 ounces of meat. Same for dinner, and I can have 6 ounces of cooked vegetables for lunch, 6 ounces for dinner. Breakfast, my breakfast is a little bit different. And everyone's program is different based on your sponsor. You find someone that has what you want. And let me tell you, when I went to that first meeting, there's like 15, 20 people there. And I saw a young guy that was not a whole lot younger than me, but well, actually maybe he was a good 10 years or so younger than me. And he looked great. He looks like an athlete. And he told me that he used to weigh 250 pounds. And now, in his case, he joined the program a few years ago, and then he thought, I don't need this program. After he got down and got healthy, went from 200 and whatever 240 pounds or so, and he got down. He thought, I don't need this program, and then he found out later on he gained back more weight. So he went back on the program and he's kept it off. But I met other people there that they've been off on the program for years. Some of them more than a decade. Some of them decades, and they've lost 50 pounds or 150 pounds. And one lady, she was one of the founders of this program. She'd actually been in another program called Overeaters Anonymous. And they found a way to make this program better, notably better, because she's a lady that's kept the weight off. She lost 150 pounds and kept it off, if you can imagine this, for 36 years. And it's anonymous, but she's where the program was founded. And I said, you wouldn't happen to be one of the founders of this program, would you? And she said, yes. But she doesn't go and brag and tell people that. Um, I asked her a question. She was honest with me. This has helped tens of thousands. In fact, I think there's been over 100,000 people that have joined this program in the 20 years it's existed. But it's something that obviously I would say over half of America and maybe coming close to half the world could benefit from this program. And it's where people help one another. So I call my sponsor each day, or some days I just text him and I let him know what I'm going to be eating, what my food plan is going to be for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And there's times when I've changed my food plan just a little bit, but I'm staying on a program that he decided with me, a program that I would use. And for some people, their program is different than mine. But there are similarities in each of our programs. What I wanted you to do is be able to recognize and know the cheapest way I have found, and I'm 58, almost 59 years old, the cheapest and best way that I've seen that people can lose weight without having to pay a bunch of money. You're not paying a personal trainer. You're not giving anybody your credit card. You don't even have to tell anybody your last name. And you get help from others who have had help from other people. And then when you learn how to do this and it works, you're keeping in touch with people, making a few calls a day to support one another. And maybe you're getting a couple calls a day from people. But the fact of the matter is, you're doing something wonderful. And this is by far the best program that I have found in my 50 years of life. I'm so impressed with this program. And if I didn't see people in it that have been in it for decades, and I don't mean a few, I've met dozens and dozens of people that have lost 50 or 150 pounds, some of them a lot more than that, and they've kept it off for years, and they haven't had to pay anything. So I donate a little bit of money for the room when it's rented. I pass around the basket, and I'll put a few dollars in the basket. And when I go to the online meetings, I'm really not paying anything. You can donate online too. But I'm going to tell you how to use this site in the next video after this. So this is Rod. Live within your means. Have a wonderful day.